Content warning. This game is not suitable for children. You agree that you are at least 13 years of age. Yes, I am definitely older than that, I assure you. This game contains some graphic scenes of violence. Be warned, all of these things. Oh my god, a realistic severed head. In the game, players can easily die. If you encounter a murderer, please call the police first. Very good advice. It's unrealistic to develop a romantic relationship with a murderer. Thank you for letting me know. Welcome to Bloody Painter Dating Sim. Apparently this is a spin-off of a game from 2017 that I never played, but I've heard it was quite popular. And it's kind of like, I guess, a reverse Stockholm syndrome or something, where like the bloody murderer has kidnapped us and we have to like have him fall in love with us so we don't die. I'm not very good at these things, so please enjoy my death. Let's just head in. Oh my gosh, that sound is terrible. At least he brought us food. With a severe headache, you wake up in an unfamiliar place. As you touch the bruise on the back of your head, it seems you were hit by something heavy before you lost consciousness. A heavy iron chain tied around your feet. Someone has you trapped here. You try to remember what happened before you lost consciousness, but you can't recall anything. Let's investigate the surroundings first. There's food, so I'm definitely going with the meal. Near the door, there's a serving of spaghetti with tomato sauce and a bottle of water. Spaghetti with tomato sauce. You actual monster. Also, a round plastic fork that's completely harmless was thoughtfully attached. Aww. It's still warm. It feels like it was sent here not long ago. Where to investigate next? I have a cell phone? No signal. I might be in a remote place. Where to investigate next? The mattress. There's a mattress on the floor. The mattress feels really hard to lie on. The room is surrounded by 4 walls without any windows. It's weirdly cleaned up. And no ashes or sand can be seen. Is it me or is it ashes or sand feel like a really weird thing to note about a room? There's no sand in my room. Okay, isn't that the norm? Unless you live on the beach. Looks like a prison built by a germaphobe. Alright, well, what's left? The door. You peek through the keyhole, but you see nothing outside. I wonder where I am. I believe we are finished. Yes. Alright, what's next? Knock over the meal? just tip that like it's a table. Yeet! Yeah. No, actually, I don't want to because I might want to eat that. Let's listen. You can't hear any sound other than your own breathing. The soundproofing in this room seems particularly good. Well, yelling for help probably won't do anything. Screw it. Let's go to bed. Just straight up go to bed. You lay on the bed. You try to sleep under this condition. Maybe it's the fatigue caused by nervousness, but you still fall asleep. It's the dream. Nani? You open your eyes after hearing some noises. Oh, hello. A tall man wearing a mask is squatting on the ground and looking at you with his head tilted. He remains silent as if he is sizing up his prey. He points to the plate on the floor, like indicating that you should finish your meal quickly. Thinking that the strange man might have poisoned the meal, you shake your head in fear. Seeing you have no intention of eating, he looks quite distressed.
You can't die. Not now.
It's voiced. He slowly speaks with a deep and steady voice.
The freezer is full.
Ooh, what does that mean?
The freezer is full, and there's no space for more.
Okay.
7 days.
He said the thing. 7 days. He pauses and thinks.
There won't be space until 7 days later.
Okay.
If you die now, you'll rot.
Okay. What do you mean? So, I only have 7 days left to live? He nods and walks out of the door. Quick, someone find me a cursed videotape. Then we can have them battle. Wait, You can't just leave me here like this, please. Your cries can't stop the door from closing. Day 1. Night. Alright. He left me a croissant, a bread, and a bottle of water. That's not a bread. Give it to me. Let me eat it. I want to eat it. I don't care if it's poisoned. Give it to me. No. Let me check the door. You peek outside. You see the shadow of the man walking around. Seems to be busy with something. What's he doing? Can I eat my meal, please? It won't let me eat. This is the worst game ever. Please try to improve your survival rate within 7 days. Alright. My bread is gone. Let's investigate. Where's my meal? Empty plate. You check the keyhole. You seem to see something. What on earth is that? You see there is a vague figure at the end of the door. Observe. You sense something wrong and realize what that is after narrowing your eyes. What on... Oh my goodness, that is a skeleton. That is an artwork made of the human body, not a human being. Oh, hello. Ah. You hear the door open. You slowly push the door and there is no trace of the strange man. We're free! First, you go into a room with a large freezer, sink, and operating table. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty sure we're gonna end up on that table by the end. Then you open another heavy door. Ooh, you find yourself in a room full of glass display jars. The jars are all filled with specimens made from human body parts. It's like you're in an art museum. Cool. Could it be he wanted to freeze me as material for specimen artwork? Is that a pot, a plant pot made of a human body? That is gross. No, you're thinking. You're seeing this scene. F this. You know what? Let's admire the artwork. You look around and admire his work with relish. You look at them for 15 minutes straight.
Interesting.
You hear a voice coming from the corner. It turns out the man has been watching you from a blind spot behind the glass cabinet. I like them. They're so beautiful. The man goes silent with his head tilted for a couple of seconds after hearing your comment. He seems to be thinking about something.
Don't you consider it cruel or bloodthirsty to them?
No, I feel nothing at all.
You're such a weirdo.
No, you. You think, aren't you talking about yourself? Literally, no, you. After you have a tour in his display room, he locks you back in the small room you were in. You go to sleep to end the day. Okay, so he's into really weird art. Your survival rate increases. Sweet. Day 3. Night. Until noon, you don't see breakfast or lunch being delivered. You're already starving. You are waiting for him to bring dinner, but what you get is not dinner. Instead, you hear the door was opened. A light shines through the crack of the half-open door, looking like an intriguing invitation. You open the door and walk into that light. You first arrive at the room with an operating table outside. But this time, the operating table is not empty. There's a defrosted human corpse on it. Ew. The man pops out of somewhere. These things happen. He unties the iron chains from your feet and hands the surgical knife in his hand to you.
First, where do you think the first cut should be?
His voice tone sounds cold, like the kind of teacher who gives students hard questions on purpose. Attack him, can't do it, stab the corpse. You know what? The corpse is already dead. Stab it. Maybe beautiful works always come with some sacrifices. Without hesitation, you stab the abdomen of the corpse with the knife. But due to lack of professionalism, the lines you cut are crooked and ugly. My bad. Sorry, I'm not better versed at this. And this is when he gets close behind your back and holds your hand. Aw, how romantic. You're both holding the surgical knife, like you two are cutting a cake together. With his hand, the lines you cut become smooth and clean. It's so romantic. You can smell an ocean perfume on him due to how close you are. It seems to be sprayed to cover up the smell of formalin. Is that how I pronounce that? I don't know. You can feel his warmth with your back, but his fingers are a little cold. He's focusing on cutting the corpse and your hand keeps moving under his lead. He could have killed you or ignored you, but he didn't. You start to speculate on the purpose of his behaviors. Could it be that he wants someone who can ignore the cruelty and process and understand him? You think. After the happy creative time ends, you're locked in the room you were in. A little happy creative time. You go to sleep. Alright, day 4, noon. It's high noon. Until noon, you don't see breakfast or lunch being delivered. You're already starving, like yesterday. Oh, hello. You notice that something is shining in the corner. A key. It seems like the man accidentally dropped it last night. You open the door. Alright, we're in the operating room, the display room, and you discover that there are unnatural, uneven marks from one wall to the corner. You find a trap door. Let's go. After pushing the trap door, you see a normal basement storage room. At the corner of the storage room, you see a stair that goes up. A single stair. It turns out that this is really an underground secret room. Hidden layer by layer with trapdoor. Indeed. No wonder the sound insulation is so good. You walk up the stairs and see a heavy wooden board. You push it hard. What catches your eye is the interior of a cozy cabin. Are we not going to talk about that plant pot? Please? It's a little gross. Then you realize the heavy wooden board you just pushed is the back of a bookcase. What's he reading? Can't make out titles. You look around and find there are insect specimens everywhere in the cabin, and there is also a reindeer head specimen hanging on the wall. I mean, that's not that weird. Then you walk into the living room. We've seen him without his mask. You see a young man, excuse me, with a handsome face and pale skin lying on the sofa. The ocean-scented perfume and the faint smell of formalin emanates from his body. Not gonna lie, that kinda sounds gross. It's him. He is the masked man who kidnapped you. But he is not wearing a mask at this time. His sleeping face has a ferocious expression. His neck is sweating and he seems to be trembling. It looks like he's sick. At this time, you decide to shank his ass. Suppose we should stay and take care of him. I mean, obviously the answer is take the opportunity to escape, but I feel like that's not going to get us a decent ending, so... I can't bear to leave him alone, so you reach out and touch his forehead. Whoa, so hot. That's what she said. You try to find something that can cool him down. Let's investigate. The living room or the kitchen? The kitchen, presumably. Alright, the kitchen is spotlessly clean. What's in the fridge? There are some ice cubes. These can cool down his body temperature. What's in the cabinet? You find some clean towels. Alright, I can soak a towel in the ice water and place it on the patient's forehead to cool him down. Cool. Yes. What's in the living room? Spotlessly clean. Oh my goodness. Alright, what's he reading? You find some of his profile files in the bookcase. Name, Helen Otis. Gender, male. Birthday, October 1st, 1980. Where to investigate next? Okay. What? There is a jar of cocoa powder and a cup. What? Let's make him a cup of cocoa. Fair enough. There is a photo frame. It's a photo of him standing at the entrance of a judicial mental hospital with a man in a doctor's robe. Okay, a picture is being painted. Specimens, it feels like he did them all. The workmanship of these specimens is exquisite. Would look right in place in a Resident Evil mansion. You don't think it's a good idea for the patient to sleep on the sofa, but you can't move him with your strength. His expression is ferocious. He seems to be in pain. He's still having a fever. Alright, well, we investigated everything. Alright, here's your ice and towel. Alright, you return to the living room, wring out the excess water from a towel soaked in ice water and place it on his forehead. His ferocious expression gradually softened. You once again notice his fair skin and long eyelashes, and his slightly curly black hair. It looks brown to me, but okay. If you don't say he is a murderer, his sleeping face looks very harmless now. Other than, the corpse that is displaying plants. After a while, he wakes up to the scent of your brewing cocoa and sits up on the couch. He looks a little shocked. He looks around quickly and seems to understand what is going on. Oh, he narrowed his eyes.
Why are you doing this?
I want to ask myself that too.
You saw me faint and didn't choose to run away. You're such a weirdo.
No, you. Is there anyone weirder than you in this house? Or, more succinctly, no, you. You can't help but bitch about him. You seem to see the corners of his mouth rising slightly for a few seconds, and the atmosphere between you relaxes. He doesn't drink the cocoa you brewed for him. It seems that he is still a little wary of you. Yeah, bro, I poisoned it. Get that in ya. Can you tell me who you are?
Bloody Painter. That's the name they gave me for my modus operandi. If you find it difficult to pronounce, you can call me BP.
BP. That's the name of a petrol station in Australia. Even though what he told you was just a nickname, at least you know how to call him now. After the brief conversation on the sofa, he does not lock you back in the underground secret room. Perhaps staying to take care of him when he fell ill was enough to prove that you won't run away. You get up from the sofa and continue to look at the specimen decorations in the living room. He sits on the sofa, crosses his legs, picks up a book, and starts reading.
By the way, you better not try to escape. There are traps all around the cabin, and only I know how to get in and out safely.
You sit on the sofa. Soon, a wave of sleepiness comes over you. Sure, bro, whatever you say. Today, you fall asleep on the sofa in the living room, not in the cold underground secret room. Your survival rate increases. We're in... Alright, day 5, morning. You see him busy cleaning in and out of the house early in the morning. I'll come help too. After finishing speaking, you pick up the rag and bucket and join the cleaning. But you can't really see where this almost spotless house needs to be cleaned. You're just taking a clean wet rag and wiping it on the clean cabinet. Do you usually love cleaning this much?
It would soon be covered with a layer of dust.
Oh, okay, he did not say the first line. It must be cleaned like this 1 or 2 times a week. Although he doesn't talk much, his tone and voice give you a gentle feeling and don't make you feel nervous. Girl. You climb up the short ladder and wipe the high cabinets with a rag. Suddenly, a cockroach crawls out from the crack in the cabinet. Oh no! You are so frightened that you lose your balance and fall backwards. You close your eyes. It's all over. But what you get is not the pain of falling to the ground, but a warm feeling. Aww. Aww. You open your eyes and find that he's holding you like you're a princess. He catches you with the same old, cold expression on his face.
Are you all right?
Perhaps to resolve the awkwardness, he asks. I'm all right. It was just a cockroach. Hearing the word cockroach, he puts you down. He takes 2 steps back from the cabinet you just wiped and then says calmly,
Don't come near here yet.
Why?
It's dangerous.
Okay. You can't help but chuckle at the thought of a murderer being afraid of cockroaches. Fine, whatever you say. The interaction just now makes you feel a little warmth from this cold murderer. At least you see more of his reactions and expressions. This is the rare relaxation you have felt in these tense days. The translation is something sometimes. He could have let you fall off the ladder, but he rushed over to catch you. Somehow you feel that after these few days of getting along, maybe now you both have different ideas about each other than you originally had. It was only a clear relationship between a murderer who wanted to hunt and a prey who was trying to escape. But now it has an extra layer of friendship, causing the interaction between you to have an indescribable sense of dissonance. That was a lot of words. Just when you pick up the old newspaper and prepare to wipe the windows, you find a police car parked on the road in the distance. 2 police officers get out of the car and keep looking towards the cabin. At some point, BP is already behind you, looking out the window with you.
Wait for a second.
And then he walks out the door to talk to the police officers.
Is there anything I can help you with?
Are you Mr. Otis?
Yes, I am.
Have you ever seen these people around here? The police officer takes out some photos from his pocket.
Have these people committed a crime and are running away?
No, these people are the missing people around this area.
I haven't seen them before, but wolves and bears often appear around here.
Can we check out your cabin?
Yes, come in.
BP behaves very kindly and politely. After speaking, he leads the way for the police officers.
Please, follow my footsteps. I placed some traps near the cabin to protect against wild wolves and bears. You don't want to step on them.
The police officers enter the house and see you. Hello, this is...
An old friend who came to visit me recently.
You greet the police officers with a smile and a nod. At the same time, the police officer quickly looks through the missing persons photos in his hand. Then he puts the photo back in his pocket. It seems that your disappearance has not been discovered by anyone yet. Nobody misses me. You stand next to the bookcase blocking the entrance to the secret room. After searching around, the police find nothing unusual and leave. His trust in you increases. Okay, so the bloody painter is Helen Otis, born 1980. Today, you still sleep on the couch in the living room instead of the cold basement. Half asleep, you hear the sound of someone approaching. When you notice it, the person seems to be very close to you. You pretend to be asleep and the person just looks at your sleeping face quietly. The man stretches out his hand and takes it back just as he is about to touch your hair. That's creepy, bro. He turns around and leaves. He heard me. Alright, day 6, morning. You see him busy in the kitchen for a while. Then breakfast is served in front of you. Cool. There is a piece of toast with just the right crispiness on a large round plate, a poached egg on top of the toast, and some lettuce salad. The plating looks delicious. The drink is a cup of freshly brewed hot cocoa. The cutlery he gives you is still a round plastic fork with no offensive features. No offensive features. You sit at the dining table and start eating, while he sits on the chair opposite you and flips through a book. It's still snowing outside, and listening to the squeaking sound of the fireplace, the atmosphere in the cabin is particularly comfortable. As long as you ignore the fact that you were in the same room with a murderer who kidnapped you, everything is really relaxing. No big deal. You look at him, who is full of mysteries, and some questions arise in your mind. And you decide to ask loudly. Ask carefully. Can I ask you a question?
What is it?
What book do you usually read? Pick up the book next to you and read it. What work are you going to use me for? About the potted plants. I'm really curious about the potted plants. But we should probably build trust, so let's ask him about his books.
I would read some anatomy and taxidermy books, but today is different.
What are you reading today?
The Truman Show.
Okay. What is the book like?
The whole world that the protagonist lives in, including himself, is all just someone's creation. Everything that happens is watched by the audience, and there is no privacy at all. But he is completely unaware that he is in such a large theater.
Is he trying to fourth wall me?
Very ridiculous, right? I can't imagine this to happen in reality, or to me. If our world was like the Truman Show, how would the audience view the current situation?
He probably doesn't want to know what I think. Must be exciting. Must be unforgivable. Yeah, let's humor him. I understand. After all, normal people cannot forgive me for such behavior.
But I don't care what they think. I just want to complete my work. I have always been a selfish man.
Okay. Cool story, bro. I saw many potted plants on the shelves in the living room, but why were they all withered?
I have tried my best. I don't know why they always die.
So, you suck at houseplants, right? Yeah, this one. You ask bravely. He looks up at you for a moment.
I was going to make you into some kind of doll at first. Your eyes are beautiful, but if they are left alone, they will become rotten and sunken. So I would like to dig your eyes out and put them in a glass jar and soak them in formalin to preserve them.
It is formalin.
Glass beads will be placed in the empty eye sockets to replace the eyes. You look very pleasing to the eye, so I would also like to keep the head intact.
Why, thank you.
You're welcome.
Why did he say at first? Has his mind changed? You're curious, but you don't have the guts to ask any further. Alright, well, let's just start reading this book. You pick up the book next to you and start flipping through. It's a book about the possibility of having a completely opposite version of yourself in a parallel world. If there's a completely opposite version of you, what do you think it would be like?
Oh, that book. Let me think. Probably a guy wearing a burgundy coat and always having a smile on his face.
Why is it a burgundy coat?
Because I like blue. If he is the opposite of me, he should like red, right?
Fair enough. Alright, let's end this conversation. It's noon. It's noon. To thank you for making breakfast for me today, let me make lunch in return. He frowns at you with an expression like, are you out of your mind? He understands my cooking level. Don't worry. You said there are traps outside the house. Only you know how to get in and out normally. Even if I resist you with a knife, I can't escape.
Okay, but I'll keep an eye on you. Don't try anything stupid.
Joke's on you, everything I do is stupid. Great. As for what to cook and the ingredients, well, a bad idea flashes through your head and curiosity makes you ask. Do you eat human flesh?
No. Why would I do that?
Okay, just checking.
I just use human bodies as materials for making art, and I never think about eating them.
Just checking. I thought you murderers all had some degree of cannibalism. Hello? Where did that come from?
Let's put it this way. Do you eat paint and painting tools?
You don't know me, maybe I do.
Just because I kill people to use as materials to make works doesn't mean I will eat them. Also, I'm different from those who have fun committing a crime and kill purely for the sake of killing. Don't confuse me with that kind of unprincipled guy. I wouldn't do anything unless necessary. You are here only because you witnessed the crime scene.
I see. After hearing this, you decide to... let's not cook human meat. Let's cook a common dish. You look at the ingredients in the fridge. There are eggs, tomatoes, white rice, and some curry powder. Alright, I've decided. You turn on the oven and start to cook. BP watches the entire production process. Rather than worrying about you escaping, he's more worried about you blowing up the kitchen. Very valid. Soon after, a normal curry omelette rice was served. Looks pretty darn good, if I say so myself. He stares at the omelette rice without saying a word. Don't worry, there's no poison. Weren't you watching the whole process? He starts to move after you finish speaking. He takes a spoonful of omelette rice and puts it in his mouth. What do you think?
It's surprisingly quite delicious.
Surprisingly? Rude. What's wrong?
Nothing. It's just that no one has cooked for me for a long time.
I can make you more if you like. You had a fairly pleasant afternoon. Just hanging out with my favourite murderer.
Hey!
Nani. You are woken up from your sleep by the man. Oh, he's so close. His face is close to you and his blue eyes are staring at you. What's wrong? You sit up on the couch and rub your eyes.
Got to go.
Gotta go?
I've noticed something unusual about the number of police cars patrolling nearby recently.
Okay.
They must have some relevant evidence and are doubting it. It is very likely there is an ambush outside. It's snowing heavily outside now, and I think it's time to leave now. Come with me or not. It's your choice.
Come with me if you want to live. Oh, okay, so we can save here? Okay. I guess that's good. Save. Let's go with him. I mean, we can check both anyway. What do you want me to do? I'm fine with both choices, but I need you to look me in the eyes and tell me. What do you prefer me to do? You stare at his eyes.
I prefer.
He hesitates to speak and looks away, looking like he's thinking about something. Your behavior makes him a little panicked and he doesn't seem to be good at this kind of situation. You notice that his ears are flushed and this unexpected reaction makes you want to tease him a little bit. What do you prefer me to do?
I prefer.
Is he going to shank me? After a moment of silence, he slowly speaks.
That you come with me.
We won him over. I think. He tries hard to look you in the eyes and speaks his thoughts.
We'll set off early tomorrow morning.
Cool. Okay, that just cut straight to it. Day 7.
Follow my footsteps.
But why is he wearing the mask? You follow the shoe prints he leaves in the snow and finally succeed in avoiding the many traps around the cabin. I like his coat though. The coat, very nice. Turtleneck, very, very flashy, very nice. The mask, questionable outside. Just as you are walking through the forest, you hear movement behind you. Freeze! In the snowstorm, several policemen who were lying in ambush chase after you. Oh no, are we both going to jail now? You ignore them and keep running forward. Bang! A gunshot shoots across the sky and you feel a pain in your left calf. You are shot! I did not sign on for this. He turns to look at you as if he's considering whether to leave you. Run! You yell at him, but he approaches you. You better carry me. And he holds you in his arms. Aww. You feel a warmth on your forehead. Ah, he took the mask off. He kisses your forehead. We made it. You feel the time freezes at this moment. I love the translation. The kiss is almost like a goodbye. Oh no, is he gonna shove us at the police? Then he leaves you and runs forward, disappearing into the heavy snow. He abandoned us. Are you serious? You are later taken back to the police for questioning. You say throughout the process that you were a victim. On that note, you're not lying. You don't reveal any unnecessary details. Since there is no relevant evidence to prove that you are an accomplice, the police can only release you after a long period of interrogation. After that, 2 years passed. He left us for 2 years after we took a bullet for that man? Are you serious? Now you live in a cheap little apartment. You live an ordinary life as if what happened 2 years ago never happened. Today is Halloween, and every household nearby has put some thought into making decorations. But for you, it's just another day at work. When you return to your apartment after getting off work in the evening, the strange thing is that as soon as you open the door, you feel a gust of wind. You remember that you closed the window before going out. Just when you are about to close the window, you find a gift left by someone on the table next to the windowsill, a red rose. You don't know why, but you have a feeling that BP has been here. Every Halloween after that, you receive a rose at your residence. It's like a once-a-year greeting. Although he says nothing, the rose seems to tell everything. Although you have certain similarities, you are two people from different worlds, after all. Perhaps living your own life this way is the best outcome for both of you. Good End 4-2. Different Worlds. Ha. Okay. We took a bullet for that man and he left us. And then after that he just decided to drop by once a year to leave a rose? Nah. You come back and at least say sorry for the bullet I took for you. Come on. Okay, well that was Bloody Painter Dating Sim. Not that long if you want to go through and find all of the numerous endings, because I assume there are plenty. I liked it. Like, the premise is obviously very silly. It's supposed to be. It's a dating sim with a murderer who's making art out of bodies. But I think the length works for it. Any longer, probably too much. Any shorter, not enough. It was good. The artwork was nice. The translation sure was a thing. Anyway, let me know what you guys thought of it. And you can find the link in the description if you want to play it yourself. I'll see you guys again next time. See ya.